How was your day today?
My day was eventful today. Loads of driving, loads of walking around. But it was good. It was good. Alhamdulillah.
Can you introduce yourself, Mr. Tahir?
Okay, well, as you said already, Tahir. My full name's Tahir Hassan. I am an actor, writer, director. Last year, I finished my studies at the Brits School for Performing Arts and Technology. I studied theatre for 2 years. And it was a great experience. And I'm hoping to continue pursuing my ambitions as an artist, especially because I know that, you know, people like me, Muslim, Asian, there's a huge gap in the market right now for I guess you could say like the type of stories that not the type of stories, but I guess stories of our history, our culture, stuff like that. I know there's a huge gap in the market, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to continue pursuing my goals and such.
Why film? Why filming industry?
I guess I've always known that I'm a good performer. I'm a good actor. Even when I was younger, I was able to mimic people very easily. I used to watch shows and be able to pull off the accents just like that. Well, we used to play around with you know, when guests used to come over, we used to make little skits and stuff like that. And especially in school, in primary school especially, I kind of, my group of friends, we used to make stories. We used to play around, we used to make stories. And I guess that kind of fueled my love for creativity. So yeah, it was kind of gradual. I was always a creative person. I always wrote, I always played about. But then I didn't take it seriously until GCSE drama. I decided to take GCSE drama. And once I did that, and I realized I had a serious knack for it, then I thought to myself, yeah, I can take this further. That's what I would say. I guess that was kind of the seed, as you call it. So then what happened was, I auditioned for the Brits School, and I got in because I knew that the Brits School would be, if I wanted to seriously pursue this kind of ambition that I had, I knew the Brits School was the best place for it. You wouldn't be able to get the sort of education or the sort of training that you'd get at the Brits School, like anywhere else. Even other creative schools or theatre schools.
You mentioned people accents. Can you say something like maybe in 2 different accents?
Let's go with American first. It kind of needs a little bit of work. Obviously, because you know the camera's on right now, the pressure is on. Low key. I guess if the cameras were off, then it would be better. I think the R's are a bit too over enunciated, but let's not do American. Let's do Indian, because Indian it really it comes naturally to me, you know, based on my background, my culture, stuff like that. So yeah, Indian. In Indian, I've always been able to do Indian because, like I said, it comes naturally because of my family, my background, stuff like that. Let's think about the next. You tell me what accent do you want me to do now? French. Okay. So I think French is a little bit better rather than Italian, because you see in the media and stuff like this, you see more French, at least for me personally, you see more French in the media rather than Italian. So yes, maybe I would like to build on my Italian a bit, but yes, I would say French is okay. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad, you know. I can do a British Cockney accent. Yeah, like Dan East and that. You see a lot of this in the media, especially like, you know, with the olden shows like EastEnders and stuff. I think it's quite I think this accent in particular it comes naturally to me because of my background and such. Not my background necessarily, but just because I don't know why it comes. Maybe because of the media I've consumed in my lifetime, you know, British shows and stuff like that, and the people I've, I guess, seen, you know. Maybe not necessarily the people I've been around, but I've definitely seen a lot of people with this particular accent, you know, in my time. Australian is okay. It's a bit. I mean, it could be better. It could be better compared to the. I think my American accent is better than my Australian accent. To be honest, I mean, I don't practice accents too much. I know I said I'm good at them, but I don't. You know, some actors, they really do take their accent seriously, but me necessarily. I mean, I don't. Maybe I'm not at that stage in my career yet where I'm booking those types of roles where I have to start focusing on, you know, accents and such. But yeah, I'd say I have a decent grasp at most.
What would be the biggest challenge you have faced in your life?
Okay, the biggest challenge is a good question. I'm probably going to relate it back to my career and kind of my goals. I think it's the biggest thing I can talk about and the easiest thing I can talk about. I had, not to toot my own horn, but I had some reservations kind of midway, especially during my time in Brit. After I had gotten into Brit, I had some reservations about like whether this industry is the right industry for me, whether I can progress as a Muslim creative, because at the end of the day, my faith is the most important thing to me. Like before anything else, before my career, before whatever you can name. But obviously, as you know, typically, you know, the film and TV and theatre industry, I'd say, at least back then, I'd say it's getting better now, but it's still not exactly known for being a place where someone like me, a Muslim, a practicing Muslim, can thrive in while still keeping to their faith. So I think that was the biggest challenge. But I guess it's been more so like plaguing my mind, as you say, because my own dad had reservations about it, and I had to explain to him that, you know, there are different ways, there are different routes into the industry, and ultimately at the end of the day I realized that if I want that change in the industry, then I should become that change myself, as in I should pave the way for, I should constantly try and pave the way for the next generation of Muslim artists and make a better future for them.
What's the biggest lessons you've learned so far in your life?
Always stick to your morals, whether that's determined by your faith, religious faith, or whether that's determined by the way you've grown up, or anything really, if that makes sense. Just stick by like a certain moral code. Like if you don't feel comfortable in doing something, say it. You know, the world's changed and such. So you shouldn't have to feel like you're ever being backed into a corner. I'd say that, and also hard work. I know that's very typical, but like I'm speaking from like a personal perspective when I say that hard work is very important. Like in whatever you do in life, if you work hard, you should be fine. In school, in Brit especially, I do have some regrets in terms of not taking up as many opportunities as I could. In terms of sometimes slacking on, let's say, coursework, procrastination. Procrastination is the killer of success. And I would say that if you make a habit of not working hard and slacking off, then something like procrastination can become your biggest enemy, which is something I'm battling with right now, I would say. And I think it's a problem for a lot of people and a lot of creatives as well. Like, as they say, writer's block. Writer's block is a big thing. And I've come across that many a time.
What's one thing people would be surprised to know about you?
I can't ride a bike. I can't ride a bike. You're the first person I'm admitting this to, by the way. Only my family and you know that I can't ride a bike. And these people now, I can't ride a bike. I was on my way to learning. My dad bought me one of those, you know those bikes with like the little, what's it called? Stabilizers. And I was learning. I was like 8 years old. I was in the midst of learning. And then I just stopped for some reason, and I never got back to it again. So now whenever my friends like suggest, oh, let's go on a line bike, let's pay a couple pounds for a line bike and just run down Central London, I always have to kind of stray them away from the conversation, if that makes sense. Because I've never admitted it. Well, I've admitted it now on camera, but
Your favorite book?
Lord of the Rings.
Favorite movie?
Stand By Me.
Favorite sport?
Boxing.
Favorite country?
Afghanistan.
Favorite song?
Ahmed Zahir. Tanhat Tui.
Favorite dish?
Chicken wings.
What would be your message to anyone watching right now?
Taking everything I've said in this interview about, you know, working hard and making sure that procrastination, something like procrastination, doesn't plague you, because it gets really bad. And yeah, keep out whatever you're doing, whatever it is. Like I said, if you work hard in life, you should be alright. وياك چیز دیگه دوستای عزیز از یادتون نره، لایک کنین، شیر کنین، کامنت کنین و آخرین چیز سابسکرایب کنین. دیگه بس. خداحافظ.